What if I told you that a man in his late 80s who struggled to walk up a single flight of stairs without stopping rebuilt enough strength in 10 weeks to carry his own groceries up 3 floors without help? Not just maintained his strength, actually reversed decades of decline. And he did it without touching a single scoop of the so-called best protein powders most fitness magazines swear by. I'm Dr. Samir Khan, and that man is one of my patients. Today, I'm going to share the exact proteins and nutrient combinations that made his muscles respond like they belonged to someone 40 years younger. This isn't about generic eat more protein advice. It's about specific proteins that bypass the age-related resistance to muscle growth that begins after 30, accelerates after 60, and can steal half your strength by 80. You see, as we get older, our muscles stop reacting to ordinary proteins the way they did in youth. They need higher leucine content, faster absorption windows, and anti-inflammatory support to actually grow. Most people over 70 think protein is protein. Chicken, eggs, milk, it's all the same. But the truth is, some proteins can trigger muscle growth at any age, while others barely move the needle. When we switch my patient from his decades-long breakfast of toast and eggs to a morning shake with a fast-absorbing leucine-rich protein combined with antioxidant-dense berries and a dash of cinnamon, his protein synthesis rate jumped within the first week. Why? Because older muscles need a rapid flood of amino acids within 60 to 90 minutes of eating to switch on growth and whey protein isolate, especially when paired with blood flow boosting phytonutrients, delivers exactly that. By mid-morning, instead of tea and biscuits, we introduced probiotic-rich Greek yogurt with crushed walnuts and ground flax, feeding his gut the bacteria that improve protein absorption by reducing inflammation at the intestinal level. This wasn't just adding more grams of protein, it was making every gram count by ensuring it reached his muscle cells instead of being wasted. Lunch was a blend of plant and animal proteins that created a complete amino acid profile while adding minerals like magnesium and iron in forms his body could actually use. Lentils cooked in mineral-rich bone broth alongside quinoa gave him steady energy and high-quality protein without spiking his blood sugar. A small portion of tahini-dressed greens added calcium and healthy fats to improve muscle contraction and hormone balance. We paired it with a portion of oily fish like wild salmon 3 times a week to tackle the inflammation that silently eats away at muscle tissue as we age, while delivering vitamin D and omega-3s to make his entire protein intake more effective. In the afternoon, a serving of cottage cheese with a square of dark chocolate provided slow-release casein to protect muscles from breakdown until dinner, while the flavonols in chocolate improved blood flow to muscle tissue. By evening, a dinner centered on a quality protein like baked salmon or occasionally lean lamb, paired with antioxidant-rich vegetables and slow carbs like sweet potato, ensured his muscles had the building blocks and energy to repair overnight. And before bed, another small serving of cottage cheese with almond butter kept amino acids trickling into his bloodstream while he slept, preventing the overnight muscle loss that accelerates with age. The key wasn't just what he ate, but when and how he combined it. Every protein serving was paired with an anti-inflammatory or insulin-sensitizing ingredient, from cinnamon in the morning to berries in snacks, from leafy greens at lunch to omega-3 rich seeds throughout the day. This synergy lowered the barriers to muscle growth that age puts in place: chronic inflammation, poor nutrient absorption, insulin resistance, and created an environment where even a modest amount of physical activity produced visible results. Within 3 weeks, he noticed he could stand up from a chair without using his hands. By week 6, his balance improved. By week 10, his legs and arms had measurable muscle gains confirmed on a DEXA scan. And we achieved all this with affordable, accessible foods you can find in any grocery store. Lentils that cost pennies, yogurt that costs less than bottled water, canned wild salmon for those on a budget, hemp seeds bought in small batches to preserve freshness. The science is clear. Older muscles don't just need more protein, they need the right protein, delivered at the right time with the right supporting nutrients to overcome anabolic resistance. It's not about eating huge steaks or chugging chalky shakes. It's about hitting that leucine threshold of roughly 3 grams per meal, keeping protein in your system every 3 to 4 hours, and combining it with compounds that open the muscle growth gate that age tries to keep shut. And when you do this consistently, your muscles don't care if you're 50, 70, or 90, they respond. My patient didn't just gain strength, he regained independence. He no longer fears stairs, no longer avoids carrying shopping bags, and no longer believes aging means weakness is inevitable. This is the quiet revolution no one talks about, that the final decades of life can be physically powerful ones if you stop thinking of protein as just grams and start thinking of it as a targeted tool. Whether it's whey with berries, lentils with quinoa, Greek yogurt with flax, or salmon with greens, the principle is the same. Feed your muscles strategically, pair every bite with something that helps it work better, and watch as your body surprises you. Age is not the enemy, neglect is. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll feel the difference in every step, every lift, every moment you realize you're stronger than yesterday.